Niyathanda udlala apha epakini?
Yes. Kukhona no swing nento zojima.
Creating sustainable communities and a better environment for all. National Arbor Week seeks to urge all South Africans to plant more trees. This whilst the department embarks on educational programs about the importance of tree planting.
Trees are important in the areas in which we stay because the air we breathe comes from the trees.
Although the program has been running for years, the department says more education and awareness needs to be done.
It is very much important to teach our people or to come up with a awareness campaign where then our people are being taught the importance of greening our country and also the importance of doing away with issues of waste in the country.
This month will also look to celebrate the cities and towns whom have heeded to the call for greening and who have created improved environments. Iviwe Poti, SABC News, Port Elizabeth.
Iviwe Poti joins us now on the line. A very good evening to you, Iviwe. She's in Port Elizabeth. Clearly a lot of focus will be on creating a better environment.
Very good evening to you and the viewers as well, Christelda. As you said, I think the most important element about this year, because this is an annual call for all South Africans to engage in planting trees and creating greener environments. But obviously this year we spoke to the Deputy Minister, Umamumeki Sochu, highlighting that another thing that she wants to reiterate throughout the month of September is educating communities in terms of sustainable greening and also in terms of what can they do with the waste that's in the area, specifically looking at townships, and that they can actually generate an income by being proactive in this program.
Iviwe, that was my next question. In fact, how much focus will be put on how to use waste to generate money for communities, in particular in the rural areas?
Look, Christelda, from what we saw today when the Deputy Minister, she was like almost on a door-to-door, if I can put it that way. She went to the new parks that we have within the township, planting trees there, educating children in terms of, it's okay to play under a tree, but don't hang on a branch, don't break the trees. They're very important to keep. The trees that they planted closer to the houses and the schools that were in those areas are trees, your fruit trees, like your citrus or your apples, in terms of, trees are not just there to create shadow. They help with the air that we breathe, they help with greening, they help with bettering the communities, and also you can generate an income by having maybe a fruit tree. Also, you can generate an income by picking up litter, certain bottles, you can recycle. So also educating communities and the youth in terms of what we can do as a country in terms of recycling and also keeping our cities and townships clean.
A lot of these events tend to be focused on areas where are more urban. And when I spoke to you a bit earlier on, you did indicate that the department had said it was going to use the entire month of September to drive some of these programs. Has there been any talk about moving some of these programs to the rural areas, to talk about issues of using waste to generate income, to talk about issues of the importance of planting trees in some of the areas, of course, where necessary?
Well, Christelda, when we spoke to the Deputy Minister, she also indicated that they're having a gala dinner later on today to have all the mayors at that gala dinner throughout South Africa, looking at, where has this municipality improved, where is this municipality lacking, what projects has this municipality done to have a better greening system. So throughout the year, the Department of Environment and Forestry, they have people that go to the various municipalities looking at those issues in terms of a whole community. What is this whole community doing? So that includes your mayors from the rural areas and your municipalities that have more rural communities. And if you also look at the fact that they've decided to launch within the Eastern Cape, which is majority rural areas.
Yeah.
So a lot of the mayors that have come through are coming from those rural areas. So I think also to speak to those elements of recycling, we know in the Mthatha area, a lot of the mothers there in that area are using recycling as a method of income. So I think it's more to educate those, the community members and as well as those in leadership in terms of what is the message that the department is trying to put out for all South Africans, not only planting trees, but how do we create sustainable environments using picking up litter or recycling and also planting trees and creating a greener environment.
Iviwe Poti, live to us there from Port Elizabeth on the line, talking to us about the launch of National Arbor Week.